Well, Cafe 704, the Interfaith Spiritual Center, has a music venue, and tonight we have 2 Grammys for the price of 1. It's Madcat Ruth has been a long staple here. He's really built it up for us. We love him. And John Churchville has been doing the tablas, and I've been following him in Kirtan, and he's just in such a mystical space, so I'll let them talk about themselves, and thank you for coming out tonight.
Walk right in, sit right down, baby, where you been so long? Walk right in, stay a little while, honey, let your hair hang down. Well, everybody's talking about a new way of walking. Do you want to lose your mind? Walk right in, sit right down, baby, let your mind roll on, baby, let your mind roll on. A new way of walking. Do you want to lose your mind? Walk right in, sit right down, baby, let your mind roll on, baby, let your mind roll on, baby, let your mind roll on, baby, let your mind roll on. Well, all right. I think we're going to have a good time tonight. That's what I think. Every time I play here, I play something different. I mean, you'll probably hear some songs that you've heard before, if you've heard me before. But tonight I'm kind of focusing on songs that I like. Some of them are really old, and that last one was first recorded in 1929 by Gus Cannon's Jug Stompers. And then it was recorded again in 1963 by the Rooftop Singers, and it was actually a hit on the Top 40 radio in 1963. So I'm going to be diving back and getting some old songs that I like, and this one's from 1954, and it's my favorite truck driving song. Let me see, I gotta switch out my harmonica here. G. By a roadhouse in Texas, a little place they call Hamburger Dan, and that old jukebox was playing a song called The Truck Driving Man. Well, the waitress, she brought me some coffee. I thanked her, then I called her back again. I said, that song there on the jukebox sure does suit me, because I'm a truck driving man. Yeah, pour me another cup of coffee. It is the best in the land. jukebox and play that truck driving man. How about a little truck driving tabla? Well, I climbed back aboard my old semi. Just like a flash, I was gone. I got those old 18 wheels rolling. We're on our way to San Antonio. When I get my call up to glory, and they take me away from this land, I'll be driving this old semi-truck up in heaven. Know why? 'Cause I'm a truck driving man. Well, pour me another cup of coffee. It is the best in the land. I'll put a nickel in the jukebox and play that truck driving man. Yeah. All right. What is this? This is 2023. All right. In 1925, a new type of recording was invented. They'd already been making 77 RPM, I mean 33 RPM, nope, 78s, that's it. They were making 78s phonograph records before 1925, but they didn't sound very good. But in 1925, they had this new recording where they could, they had electronics to help them get the sound onto the record. Before that, they just had a big horn and a needle, and they were very low fidelity. But in 1925, they got better sounding phonograph records coming out. And there'd already been some, quote, hillbilly music recorded before that. And they were selling, the record companies were so new, they didn't know, what's a hit record anyway? We don't know. We're going to record symphony orchestras and marching bands and barking dogs and whatever, you know. But they discovered that there was this little section of the country that wanted to hear, quote, hillbilly music. And so in 1927, before 1927, all the music was recorded in New York City or big cities. But in 1927, a guy from the Victor Phonograph Record Company, which was later bought out by the Radio Corporation of America and became RCA Victor, but this recording engineer from New York brought this newfangled recording equipment down to Bristol, Tennessee, and he put an ad in the paper and said, we're going to record, you know, quote, hillbilly music. Who wants to come and play? And on that 1927 recording session, the Carter family showed up, and also Jimmy Rogers showed up, and they both became country superstars. And so Bristol, Tennessee is known as the birthplace of genuine country music. Anyway, that's just a little bit of history for you. I like history. I'd like to do a song then by Jimmy Rogers. After he was discovered in 1927, he went on, made a lot of records, and this is one of his songs from 1932, and it's called I Miss the Mississippi and You. It's a waltz. I don't play waltzes very often. Here we go. By the way, the first part isn't a waltz.
Okay.
I'm growing tired of the big city lights, tired of the glamour, and tired of the sights. There we go. In all my dreams I am roaming once more, back to my home on the old river shore. I'm so sad and weary, far away from home. I miss the Mississippi and you, dear. Days are dark and dreary everywhere I roam. I miss the Mississippi and you. Roaming this wide world over, always alone and so blue, so blue. Nothing seems to cheer me under heaven's dome. I miss the Mississippi and you. And Jimmy Rogers was the first to do yo-lay-oh-dee-dee-lay-oh. Miss the Mississippi and you. He was the first to put that into a country song, that is. Memories are bringing happy days of yore. I miss the Mississippi and you, dear. Mockingbirds are singing round your cabin door. I miss the Mississippi and you. Roaming this wide world over, always alone and so blue, so blue. Nothing seems to cheer me under heaven's dome. I miss the Mississippi and you. Yo-lay-oh-dee-dee-lay-oh. I miss the Mississippi and you. That's the first time John ever played that song. Well, all right then. I'm not a, what's that? I should introduce John. I thought it was already properly introduced, but I'll introduce him again. This is John Churchville. And he's been my good buddy for, I don't know, 10 years, more than that?
More than 10 years.
More than
now,
10 years already. And we have another band together called the Karma Quartet, and it's a good one.
But I got to know Madcat for maybe 5, 6 years before I met him on albums and
We'll
records.
use your mic so people on the
Yeah, hey. Yeah, I got to know Madcat about 6 years before I actually met him, and it was on album, and it's one specific album called Sky King. And I listened to that album over and over while I was in music school, formed a band, and we played 5 songs from the album. We went into the school's recording studio and recorded the songs from the album. For my jazz transcription class, the final, I used one of the songs from the album and transcribed every note that every musician played. And then I moved to Ann Arbor, and I was in a music store, and somebody said, "Hey, there's Peter Madcat Ruth." And I was like, "Where do I know that name from?" And it's like, hey, I've been studying your music for about 4 or 5 years here. Yeah. Ever since then, we've been playing. And it's been
Well,
wonderful.
all right. Now we're musical buddies.
Yeah.
Well, here's another Jimmy Rogers song. This is from 1928. And it's called Waiting for a Train. It's about a hobo who's out trying to get a ride on a freight train. And they had these, what they called the railroad bulls, the people that kicked hobos off the train. But sometimes you could bribe the railroad bull to let you on the train, the brakeman, and sometimes you couldn't. And anyway, this is called Waiting for a Train, Jimmy Rogers, 1928. All around the water tank, waiting for a train, 1,000 miles away from home, sleeping in the rain. Well, I walked up to a brakeman just to give him a line of talk. He said, if you've got money, boy, I'll see that you don't walk. Well, I haven't got a nickel, not a penny can I show. Get off, you railroad bum, and he slammed the boxcar door. A state I dearly love. The wide open spaces all around me, the moon and the stars above. But nobody seems to want me or lend me a helping hand. I'm on my way from Frisco, going back to Dixieland. Well, my pocketbook is empty, my heart is full of pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home, just waiting for a train. I'm 1,000 miles away from home, just waiting for a train. Yeah. All right. Well, here's a more recent song. This was from 1929. The last one was from 1928. But this was by a blues musician named Robert Wilkins. And he wrote this song called That's No Way for Me to Get Along. But it's a very unusual chord structure. It's not like a typical blues, but he was definitely a blues guy and played other songs that were more typical. But this one was pretty wild chord structure, and I like it. And so this was recorded back in 1929. In about 1963, he played at the Newport Folk Festival, but by then he'd given up blues and was playing just gospel music. He'd become a Christian minister. And so but he liked this old chord structure, so he did a new song called The Prodigal Son. And then the Rolling Stones heard that recording from 1963 or 64, and they did their version of The Prodigal Son, which is okay. But I went back and heard the original song, That's No Way for Me to Get Along, from 1929, and so that's what I'd like to do for you now. I'm going home. I'm going to sit right down and tell my ma. I'm going to sit down and tell my ma. I'm going to go back home. I'm going to sit down and tell my ma. Oh, going home. Going to sit down and tell my ma. That's no way for me to get along. Those low-down women, mama, they treated your poor son wrong. Yes, they treated your poor son wrong. Well, those low-down women, they treated your poor son wrong. Treated your poor son wrong. And there's no way for me to get along. They treated me like my poor heart was made of a rock or stone, like it was made of a rock or stone. Treated me like my heart was made of a rock or stone. Like my poor heart was made of a rock or stone. And there's no way for me to get along. Mama, to make your son wish he was dead or gone. I wished I was dead or gone. There was enough now, Mama, to make me wish I was dead or gone. Oh, there was enough. enough now, Mama, to make me wish I was dead or gone. And there's no way for me to get along. I stood out on the roadside, Mama. I was crying all to myself, crying all to myself. Out on the roadside, crying all to myself. Out on the roadside, I was crying all to myself. That's no way for me to get along. I wish some train would come along and take me away from here. I wish it would take me away from here. I wish some train would come along and take me away from here. Wish some train would come along and take me away from here. No, that's no way for me to get along. That's no way for me to get along. That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, back in the 1970s, I met a fellow named Perry Robinson. And Perry Robinson was a clarinet player. We were both in a band called Two Generations of Brubeck at the time, and we toured all over the world in that band. And Perry Robinson wrote this song and taught it to me. Change the harmonica before I forget. And so I've been playing this song for decades, really. And then, when was that? I guess it was in November, I decided this song needs lyrics. Perry had already died and left the song, and I thought, this song needs lyrics. So I wrote some lyrics, and here they are. It's called Dandelion Wine, is the name of the song. I thought, dandelion wine, what am I going to write about? So I thought, summertime. Remember summertime? It's January now, but remember how nice it is in the summer? Summertime in Michigan is pretty darn nice. Okay, here we go. Getting together with our friends. Hope this day will never end. We're just sitting around sipping dandelion wine. out the sky is blue. Nothing else I'd rather do than sit around sipping dandelion wine. Fine. Everything is A-OK. Nothing's gonna worry us today. We're sitting around sipping dandelion wine. It's a glorious afternoon without a care. Watching the sky, the clouds up in the sky. Just watching the world roll by and sitting around sipping dandelion wine. In the summertime, enjoying life without a care. Yellow dandelions everywhere. We're sitting around sipping dandelion wine. It's a glorious afternoon, and all is well. Listen to the songbirds sing. We're not worried about anything. Sitting around sipping dandelion wine. We're sipping dandelion wine. Yes. Having a good time? I hope so. I'm having a good time. All right. As I said, I like songs. I like melodies, and I like old songs. And this one's from 1967, and you've all heard it before, I'm sure. It was a hit by Glenn Campbell in 1967. It was written by John Hartford, who wrote it in 1967. It's called Gentle on My Mind. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. Whoops, hit the wrong chord there. I'll start again. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words or bonds, or the ink stains that are dried upon some line. back roads by the rivers of my memory keeps you always gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that binds me. Or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory. And for hours you're just gentle on my mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, some other woman's crying to her mother because she turned and I was gone. I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. But not to where I cannot see you walking on the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. I dip my cup of soup back from a gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My coat pulled tight around me and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Threw cup hands round the tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're waiting on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. Yeah, it was about November. I heard that song. I said, I'm going to have to learn that one. So I did. Well, all right. So here's an old song. Hey, what a surprise. Here's an old song. I don't know how old this one is. I don't even know who recorded it first or anything, but it's just a fun song. Think so? Might be. The song is called The Rock Island Line. I like train songs. And I was feeling mighty fine, 'cause today I'm gonna ride on the Rock Island Line. Well, the Rock Island Line, mighty good road. The Rock Island Line is a road to ride. A Rock Island Line, it's a mighty good road. If you want to ride it like you find it. Get your ticket at the station for the Rock Island Line. Well, it was cloudy in the west and it looked like rain, and around the curve come a passenger train. Well, the Rock Island Line, a mighty good road. A Rock Island Line is a road to ride. Rock Island Line, it's a mighty good road. If you want to ride it, gotta ride it like you find it. Get your ticket at the station for the Rock Island Line. And I may be wrong, but you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Well, the Rock Island Line, it's a mighty good road. Rock Island Line is a road to ride. A Rock Island Line, it's a mighty good road. If you wanna ride it, gotta ride it like you find it. Get your ticket at the station for the Rock Island Line. You can drive in a car, you can fly in a plane, but I like it best when I'm riding on the train. Well, the Rock Island Line, it's a mighty good road. Rock Island Line is a road to ride. Well, the Rock Island Line is a mighty good road. If you want to ride it, gotta ride it like you find it. Get your ticket at the station for the Rock Island Line. In case you didn't get his name, that's John Churchville on the tablas. We're going to do one more song this set and then take a short intermission. And then we'll be back with some more music. Yeah, let me see. Key of F. Did I mention I like to play the old song? This was by Charlie Poole and the North Carolina Ramblers, recorded in 1925. On my pillow, last night as I lay in my bed, my thoughts went back to my old mother dear and the last kind words that she said. And she said, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down, 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 till you seen your last go round. Well, sometimes I live in Milwaukee, sometimes in Memphis, Tennessee. Sometimes I live down in Rio de Janeiro, but it makes no difference to me. And I say, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down, 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 till you seen your last go round. John Churchville. Cornbread when I'm hungry, pour me some cider when I'm dry, peel me a greenback when it's time to pay the bills, and send me up to heaven when I die. And I say, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down, 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 till you've seen your last go round. Pillow. Last night as I lay in my bed, my thoughts went back to my old mother dear, and the last kind words that she said. And what'd she say? She said, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. And she said, don't let your deal go down, 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 till you've seen your last go round. And she said, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down, 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 till you've seen your last go. Okay, we're going to take a little short break. Are we back? Looks like we're back. I think we're back. And hello out there in Zoom land. Welcome back. Well, all right. I'd like to introduce John Churchville.
Hey, everybody. So, I moonlight as an elementary music teacher. Thank you, yeah. I teach at Patton Gill Elementary, and one of the students there asked me just yesterday, they said, do you speak 2 languages? And I said, I kind of do, but in the other language that I speak, I can't tell anybody to do anything. All I can do is play the drums. And that's because the tabla has a language specifically tailored to these drums. These are, we've been playing a lot of old songs, I know. But the tabla over here are sitting here saying, old? Who are you calling old? These are 500 years old, the instruments. And these, in Indian music, in Indian classical music, these are some of the newest instruments that have been introduced to the tradition that's over 5,000 years old. And when the tablas were introduced, they developed a new language if you hear Indian music, a lot of times we hear South Indian music. It goes tadiginatum, 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 tak. And these sounds are made by every drummer in South India, the same language that they use. But in North India, where the tabla drums come from, they have a very specific language. So every sound that the drum makes has a word that goes with it called a bowl. So I'll show you some of those. Tete, ta, tu, gi, cut. And then when you combine the sounds, then they make different words. Like ta and ge together make da. And how you say the words can change how you play them. So da da da, da da, da da da, da da da. And as you learn, you first learn to speak the language, then you learn to play the language. So every composition that my teacher would teach me, I would speak it first and then play it. And that kind of training trains your mind so that every time you're playing, this language is happening in your mind, these words. Sounds like I'm going to let you inside my head. And it sounds a little bit like this. Da, kanakadi da, kanakadi da, kanakadi da, tidigida da, da, tidigida da, da, tuna, ta, ta, tidigida da, da, dina, da, tidigida da, tidigida da, di, da, tidigida da, tidigida tu, da, da, tidigida da, da, tu, da, da, tidigida tu, na, na, da, da, tidigida da, da, tidigida da, tidigida da, tidigida da, da, da. So, thank you. So one thing I found that's a little bananas is that I know what I'm playing when I play taquita, but my fingers and my hands have learned to play it faster than my tongue has learned to say it. So when I'm saying it inside my mind, I can hear it, but I can't quite say it. And so I'll show you ta-ki-ta, ta-ki-ta. Taquita, 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 taquita. You see, my tongue can't keep up. This is, by the way, what my teacher called the train. Now you play the train. It's the rela. They call it the rela.
My name is Georgie Buck, and I've never had no luck. I've always been treated this way, boys. I've always been treated this way. And it's woe me, and it's woe my. What's going to become of me, boys? What's going to become of me? Woo! Well, Georgie Buck is dead as he lay in his bed. He said, never let the devil have his way, boys. Never let the devil have his way. If you let him have his way, he's going to lead you astray. Never let the devil have his way, boys. Never let the devil have his way. Georgie Buck is dead, and the last thing he said, dig me a hole in the ground, boys. Dig me a hole in the ground. Lawyers, snakes, and politicians got me in this bad condition. What's going to become of me, boys? What's going to become of me?
Now, I got to say, I thought studying Indian music was hard, and then Madcat started sending his original music, and oh my goodness. So we have to count in cycles in Indian music to learn, but Madcat, he doesn't have cycles. He has oblong shapes that go in and around and change the beats and the structures, and yeah, this song is one of those I had to mention.
Oh yeah, well, all right. Well, I'm going to back up a little bit. I was on the road with Dave Brubeck for 5 years, and I was playing music with Chris Brubeck off and on for the last 50 years. And those Brubeck guys like to play in odd times, signatures 9/4 and 7/4 and all this other thing. So I decided that I wanted to try some of this stuff too. So this one is mostly in 7/4, but it's also in some of it's in 4/4 also. So yeah, it's one of my crazy compositions, and so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So,
got it? That's one cycle.
And I've been playing a lot of old songs tonight. But this one, I guess you'd call a new song, because I think I wrote it in October of 2022. Oops, that's way too fast.
Oh, yeah.
I won't be able to sing it that fast. So that's a good tempo. We all want to know how things will all work out. We want to know Without a shadow of a doubt, we want to know, should we really take a chance? We all want to know what will happen in advance, but in the end, we'll see what we're gonna see. We all want to know what we really ought to do. We want to know what is false and what is true. We all want to know, should we believe what we've been told? We all want to know how the future will unfold, but in the end, we'll see what we're gonna see. How can we live with such uncertainty? How can we plan when we don't know what will be? How can we cope when the future's not so clear? How can we deal with adversity and fear? We all want to know what will happen in the end. We want to know what lies just beyond the bend. We want to know our true destiny. We all want to know how our life is going to be, but in the end, we'll see what we're going to see. We all want to know what the future's going to bring. We want to know about every little thing. We all want to know what someone else is going to do. We want to know, will our wishes all come true? But in the end, we'll see what we're going to see. Yeah, in the end, we'll see what we're going to see. Yeah, in the end, we'll see what we're going to see. Another waltz. I hardly ever play a waltz, but get two of them tonight. Oop. Waltz without the capo. It's a Hank Williams song from 1949. Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds so blue to fly. The midnight train, it's whining low. I'm so lonesome, I could cry. I've never seen a night so long. Time keeps crawling by. The moon just hid behind the clouds to hide its face and cry. Did you ever see a robin weep when leaves begin to die? Like me, he's lost the will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry. The silence of a falling star lights up the purple sky. And as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome I could cry. I'm so lonesome I could cry. All right, well, it's blues time. Yep, and the ukulele isn't considered to be much of a blues instrument, but I don't
Neither
care.
is the tabla.
No, this is a Robert Johnson song. And he wrote it about his girlfriend who had a phonograph record player. He wrote it in 1936. So it was probably one of those wind-up, it was definitely a wind-up phonograph record player. Well, Beatrice got a little phonograph, yeah, but it won't say a lonesome word. Beatrice got a little phonograph, but it won't say a lonesome word. What evil have I done? What evil has the poor girl heard? We used to love that little phonograph ball, gee, baby. We broke the winding chain. We used to love that little phonograph, but we broke the winding chain. And now you've taken all my loving and you gave it to some other man. But I remember we used to play it on the sofa. We used to play it upside the wall, and the needles, they got rusty. It will not play at all. We used to play it on the sofa. We used to play it upside the wall. But the needles, they got rusty, and it will not play at all. Crazy. And if I don't, I'll surely lose my mind. I believe I'm going crazy. And if I don't, I'll surely lose my mind. Why don't you bring your clothes back home, little Beatrice? And try me one more time. Why don't you bring your clothes back home? Come on, little bitches, come on. Why don't you bring your clothes back home? We can wind up that little phonograph just to hear the little motor moan. Well, all right, blues time, it continues. Now, this one is so old that no one knows who wrote it first or who recorded it first, even. One of the people that recorded it was B.B. King. Do you know anything about B.B. King?
True story, when I was 17 years old, I was in a blues band. We went down to Chicago. We got hired to open for a young lady named Coco Taylor. And it was Coco Taylor's birthday. And so B.B. King's daughter came down and sat in with our band and sang like 3 songs. And she said, "I love you guys." And so I got to play with B.B. King's daughter for about a year and a half or so before I went off to college. And she sang this song as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So before John played tablas, he played blues drum set, and before that he was playing polkas.
That's right.
I don't think we have any polkas tonight. No.
I'm from the UP, so you got to play a polka if you're from the UP. If you want to be able to go down certain streets and into certain neighborhoods, you got to be able to play a polka.
But this is an old blues. It's called "Rock Me Baby." rock me, baby. Rock me all night long. Rock me, babe. Rock me all night long. I want you to rock me, little girl, like my back ain't got no bone. Roll me, baby, like you roll a wagon wheel. Roll me, babe, like you roll a wagon wheel. 'Cause when you're rocking and rolling with me, baby, you don't know how good it makes me feel. I want to be close to you, baby, like white on rice. Close to you, baby, like the spots on the dice. Rock me, baby. Rock me all night long. Rock me, baby, like my backbone is your own. Rock me, baby. Rock me, baby. Rock me slow. I wanna rock and roll with you, baby, till we can't take it anymore. Now we're going to play an almost modern song. It's from 1968. It was a hit by Canned Heat. It's called On the Road Again. Well, I ain't gonna go down that big road by myself. Well, I ain't going down that big road by myself. If I can't carry you, baby, I'm gonna carry somebody else. I'm on the road again. Out on the road again. Well, the first time I rambled out in the rain and snow. Well, the first time I rambled out in the rain and snow, I didn't have nobody, and I didn't have no place to go. Out on the road again. On the road again. Well, my dear mama left me when I was quite young. Well, my dear mama left me when I was quite young. She said, Lord, have mercy on my rambling son. Out on the road again. Out on the road again. Take a tip from me, baby, please don't you cry no more. And take a tip from me, baby, please don't you cry no more. Well, it's one of these mornings and it's down the road I'm going. On the road again. Out on the road again. Out on the road again. Out on the road again.
Lordy, Lordy, what a shame. Yeah.
Well, all right. I've gone long enough without playing a train song, so. From 1949, the year of my birth, the Delmore brothers wrote the song, and it's about a train called the Pan American. And the Pan American went from Cincinnati, Ohio, down to New Orleans. And it was on the Louisville and Nashville Railroad line. And it was the premier overnight train from left Cincinnati and went down to New Orleans, and then there was a train coming back the next day. It was also an overnight train. And any excuse to play a train song, I think. folks, if you want to take a ride, get a ticket on the train they call the L&N Pride. It's the Pan American Boogie. Lordy, Lordy, what a train! It takes off from Cincinnati and it boogies down to New Orleans. With the headlights swaying from side to side, it's the best train liner that you ever will ride. It's the Pan American Boogie. Lordy, Lordy, what a train! It takes off from Cincinnati and it boogies down to New Orleans. Watch out now. Well, it boogies on down into Louisville. If the gals don't kiss you, then a racehorse will. It's the Pan American Boogie. Lordy, Lordy, what a train! It takes off from Cincinnati and it boogies down to New Orleans. Well, I got a little girl down in Tennessee at the Nashville station. She'll be waiting for me. It's the Pan American Boogie. Lordy, Lordy, what a train! Whoa, it takes off from Cincinnati and it boogies down to New Orleans. Well, she comes down flying into Birmingham, that magical city down in Alabama. It's the Pan American Boogie. Lordy, Lordy, what a train! Whoa, it takes off from Cincinnati and it boogies down to New Orleans. Yeah, it takes off from Cincinnati and it boogies down to New Orleans. Yeah, it takes off from Cincinnati and it boogies down to New Orleans. Okay, another old one. I like old ones. Did I mention that? This one is from 1937, and it's by a guy named Bob Wills. Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys had a hit with this one in 1937. And curiously enough, it has the exact same chord structure as a Robert Johnson song called Hot Tamales and the Red Hots, which was also recorded that same year, 1937. So I was wondering, did one of those guys hear the other one and decide to do a song with the same chord structure? Or was there a previous song that I don't know about with that same chord structure? Anyway, could be, yeah, probably. So, so this one's called Bring It On Down to My House, Baby. There ain't nobody home but me. And by Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys. Well, bring it on down to my house, honey, there ain't nobody home but me. Bring it on down to my house, baby, I need your company. Well, my gal Sal, she makes good pie. I could eat so much I'd nearly die. Bring it on home to my house, mama. Ain't nobody home but me, but me. Ain't nobody home but me. Well, bring it on down to my house, honey. Ain't nobody home but me. Bring it on down to my house, honey. I need your company. Mama won't fret if you bring it over here. The preacher won't care and the neighbors don't care. Well, honey, bring it on down to my house. She's the one that did it. She began to like it. Now she just can't quit it. Well, bring it on down to my house. Ain't nobody home but me, but me. Ain't nobody home but me. Mama, ain't nobody home but me. Bring it on down to my house, Mama, I need your company. Well, I'm not bragging, but it's understood I don't do nothing that I don't do good. Bring it on down to my house. Ain't nobody home but me, but me. Ain't nobody home but me, but me. Ain't nobody home but me, but me. Ain't nobody home but me. What's that? Yeah. You're perfect. All right. Well, let me see. Well, mostly I've been doing old songs, but I've thrown in a couple of my own compositions, and this is one of them. This is one.
Can you change it to E?
Oh, yeah, we can change it to whatever you want.
Yeah, E?
E?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to change this one to E. I don't know if you noticed, but most drummers just play the same drum set all night, but he's been changing his tablas because they're tuned to a particular pitch. And so, let me try it.
And last night, I went to tune my drum before a show, and one of my nice drums, the head was broke.
Oh.
So I'm going to dedicate this song because we have to change the key of the song to my broken tabla. It'll be fixed again one day.
So as I mentioned, the Brubecks had a big influence on my music, and because they like to play in these odd time signatures, you know, Blue Rondo, Alta Turk, and Take 5, and all those things. And so, but I don't know of any song they did in 13/8 time. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll write one in 13/8 time. So. I'm trying to remember how this goes.
Now the other one.
It is.
I know for me,
Yeah.
it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
He's right. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. But I didn't want to make it too simple on him, so we have these little breaks that are in 7/4 time, in between the sections just to keep him on his toes. Do you think he can do it? All right. Well, all right. It's always a delight to play with John Churchville.
And I must say it's always an honor and a privilege to play with Mr. Peter Madcat Ruth. You don't know because you're in Ann Arbor and he's in Ann Arbor and he's just one of the local guys.
I'm a local guy. You see me at the Kroger.
But you see, I went with Madcat one time to the international, it's the spa convention. He took me to a spa convention, and it's not what you think. It's the Society for the Preservation and Advancement of Harmonica, and it's an international festival. Harmonica players come from all over the world, and I remember walking into the exhibit hall and seeing 15-foot posters of this guy, and just like his books and pedals named after Madcat, and it was like Madcat fever in there. It was unbelievable. It's just an honor to play with a world-renowned musician.
Was that? Huh. Sure. Well, I just happen to really like this next song. It was written in the 1920s, but I don't know what year. And you'd find it in all sorts of, campfire sing-along books and everything, and it just said American folk song. And then I realized it was actually written by Harry Dixon Lowes in the 1920s, but you've all heard it. It's called This Little Light of Mine, and you can sing along. With this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Wherever I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Well, wherever I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Wherever I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everybody, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And when I play at Cafe 704, I'm gonna let it shine. When I play at Cafe 704, I'm gonna let it shine. When I play at Cafe 704, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, all around the world, yes, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Well, all around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everybody, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, the light inside is the light of love, and I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, the light inside is the light of love, I'm gonna let it shine. Well, the light inside is the light of love, and I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time, really loud. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Well, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, that's all, folks. Thank you for coming. Oh, my. Oh, I think they want one more.
Wow.